Hello, my name is Bob Freeman. I'm one of the librarians here for the Clemson Libraries, and today we're going to talk about how you can find empirical research articles for psychology. Now, you can do a basic search of the entire library catalog using this search box on the library homepage. But if you want to use a specific database like PsycINFO, which is our primary resource for research in psychology, you can click on the link for library databases here below the search box, and that will take you to the list of individual library databases. You'll see that we have about 644, and then since PsycINFO starts with a P, if I click on P, and then if I scroll down this alphabetical list, I can find the link for PsycINFO, and this is one way to get to it. Or if I clear that filter there, we do have them organized by subject. That if I click where it says all subjects, and if I scroll down to psychology, that'll give me this list here, and PsycINFO will be listed under best bets. And so that is another way to get into PsycINFO. And if you're off campus, you will get this screen that will ask you to log in with your Clemson username and password. If you're on campus, you won't see this window, but if you're off campus, you will. And so let me log in. And here is PsycINFO. Again, it is our main database for psychology. It's provided by the American Psychological Association, and we get it through EBSCOhost. So first, you have these search options here below the search box that if you wanted to limit your search to only peer-reviewed articles, which you probably want to do, you can check the box here for peer-reviewed. And that will limit our search to only peer-reviewed articles from peer-reviewed journals. So now if I go back up to the search box here, let's say I'm interested in researching self-esteem in children. I can start typing that, and it will give me topic suggestions here, and one of those is actually self-esteem in children. So let me select that, and then I can do my search. And I get 260 results here because I do have the peer-reviewed limiter applied here. If I were to take that off, if I take it off, if it goes away, come on. And it's working. Anyway, I would get 381 results. So it is helpful to use the peer-reviewed filter. So I'm back at my 260 there. And so if we have the full text for a search result in PsycINFO, you will see a box that says PDF full text or HTML full text. So you'll see for most of the results here, we don't have the full text immediately linked, but you can still get it. That if I click on this first result here, it will take me to the article record, and you'll see a box in the left-hand column for Find It. This was also on the results page. And what this will do is it will check for the full text of the article in a different library database. So if I click on Find It there, it will check other library databases to see if we have it available. And it's checking, and we have this gray window here. It is still working. It does take this long in real time. And hey, okay, we have the article title here, but it is still working, still checking for full text links. Please go faster. There we are. Okay, and so we can get the full text of this article from Wiley, and so if I click on that, it will take me to it's another gray window. Hey, that's cool. Anyway, here is the full text of that article. So just because we don't have the full text immediately linked in PsycINFO, you can still get it by clicking that Find It button. So that is for if we have the article available in another Clemson database. But let's say there is a research result that is not available in another Clemson database. for instance, result number 2 here. The full text is again not linked, but if we click on Find It, it is again a gray window while the system works. Please go faster. Come on. There you go. Okay. Here is still just the title while the system works. And we're waiting. Maybe I should tell some jokes. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so it'll say how to get it. It'll ask you to log in. And so we'd click sign in. And we'd sign in as active student, faculty, or staff. And it's going to sign us in. And we're back to the gray window of waiting. And we're waiting. We're still waiting. Come on. There we go. And some more waiting. Go faster. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There we are. Okay, so it'll give you the option here for requesting via Pascal Delivers, or it might be an option for interlibrary loan. Either way, you can click on that. And it'll give you the option to request the article. It'll list the title, the journal title, and if you scroll down, the pickup location is always going to be locked at Cooper. We're going to email this to you, so don't worry about that. And then you can click Send Request, and then you'll request that article through Pascal, and you'll get an email when it is available. So that is how you can either find an article in another Clemson database or request it from another library if we don't have it immediately available. Or if you check the option here for linked full text, that will show you articles that we have immediately available for you to see. That now you'll see all of these options here have the PDF full text available. That these are all articles that you could immediately read. So if I click on PDF full text there, it gives me the full text of the article. Lovely. So now let's talk about empirical articles specifically. An empirical article will report findings of a study conducted by an author and uses data gathered from an experiment or observation. How do you find empirical articles? Well, sometimes the article will just tell you what type of study it is. That this first result here identifies itself as a meta-analysis, if you look at the end of the title there. Now, a meta-analysis is a statistical analysis that combines the results of multiple studies. But I think for our purposes, we're looking for single empirical studies. And so let's take a look at result number 2 now. Let's click on the PDF for the full text here. Now, an empirical article will have a method section and a results section, and they'll describe what's being measured and how it's being objectively analyzed. So if I scroll through this article, if I scroll past the introduction section here, if I keep on going, here's a section called Data and Method. So it's describing the method of this study and the data that it's going to collect. It's talking about the variables. If I keep on going, here's a results section with a table of data that is being analyzed. So I think it would be safe to say that this article here is an empirical study. So this would be useful for your paper. And if I go down, option number 3 here is a systematic review. And now a systematic review is similar to a meta-analysis in that it collects and analyzes other research studies. Again, our focus is on individual empirical articles. And so I said how sometimes they'll just tell you in the title what type of study it is. Here's a longitudinal study. That would be a type of empirical study that, again, you're looking for something that is objectively, or it's a study that is objectively analyzing data. Now, number 5 here, this is a critical review article. And if you were to open this one up, let me open up the full text here. you'll see that it is really just analyzing other articles, that this is a review of other research, and so there isn't really a methods section or a results section. It's just looking at concepts and discussing other articles in that topic. So this really would not be considered an empirical article. So let me go back to my search results page. Another thing that you can do in PsycINFO is that if you use the refining filters on the left again, there is an option for methodology. And if I click on that, I can actually select empirical study. And that will limit my results here to empirical studies. So that is one way of doing it. I will say that using the empirical study refining filter, it's only as good as the metadata. It doesn't collect all of them. So be careful with how you use that one. I would say don't always just select that methodology refining filter there. So let's remove that. So come on, you can do it. Go away. Okay, so now we're back to our results list here, and we only have 103 articles. That's really not a lot for our search here. If we remove the full text option there, we do go back up to 381. That's still not a lot for when you're searching a database. And the problem is our search query here, that we're searching for self-esteem in children. We really want to break this down to individual keywords. That our problem here is the in. We want to remove in. And so our keywords are really just self-esteem and children. And what we could actually do is we could put the and search operator in between them. Look at the research guide for more information about search operators. This video is already going to be long enough. So now if I do self-esteem and children, if I search for that, now I get 13,441 articles there. Putting this in the lower search box that has the and operator there, you see that you have your and, your or, and your not. That is the same thing as having it in a single box there. So if I do self-esteem and children, that searches, and it gives me the exact same search, so 13,441. So it's using multiple search boxes here in PsycINFO. It's the same as combining all of your search keywords in one box with the search operators there. I will say when I do the search here, a lot of these article results are not really relevant to my search, and they don't include the full text. So let me just add on the linked full text filter there so that I'm only looking at full options that have full text immediately available. And so here's a better search. So family environment and self-esteem development. That's pretty on point with my topic here. And so that, break your search down into just keywords, and then I can add more here. So self-esteem and children, or kids, or youth. That it's important to think of synonyms for keywords that would describe your search. So right now, I just by searching self-esteem and children, I had 3,930 results. When I add on or kids or youth and do my search that way, I get about 500 extra results there. So that's helpful. And so that is how you can use and or when doing your search. But then when you get results that are not really relevant to your search that maybe you want to remove, that is where you could use the not option. That if I look at search result number 4 here, it's about young men's sexual relationships. That's not really relevant to the search I'm trying to do right now. So if I go back up and if I click on my search box here, if I change the final box to not, and then if I put in sex there, so it's self-esteem and children or kids or youth, not sex, and then do the search now, I will see that that fourth result there is no longer that one. It's been replaced by associations with self-esteem and pro-social behavior. So that's, more on point with my topic there. So it's important to remember to properly structure your search query, take advantage of search operators, use the refining filters on the left over here. If the full text is not immediately available in PsycINFO, use the Find It button to search for it in another library database, or request it either through Pascal or Interlibrary Loan. And if you need help with anything, please email me. Again, my name is Bob Freeman. My email address is on the research guide, and it's also on the screen now. So if there's anything I can do for you, if you need help getting the full text of an article, please let me know.